Pandas. 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 I got brawls on it. Just some dope need and a Fanta. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. Welcome, everybody. Glad that you guys are here. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Bill7. Always encouraging people to scalp that like button. Appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Lie. Good morning. Indy, good morning. Speedy Boy, good morning. FZen, good morning. SW Blaze. SW Blaze. Oh, man. Oh, man. SW Blaze, the first panda to achieve an actual panda badge. I don't believe it. SW Blaze, has it been 2 years already? Thank you for your support. Oh my goodness. That just brings a smile to my face. SW Blaze, thanks so much. I really do appreciate all the support you give. Lie, good morning. Tanner, good morning. Speedy Boy. Lauren Turtle. Carl Herman. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Frank Angelo, good morning. Wow. Amazing. That really like warms my heart. That, you know, the amount of support I get for doing what I do here, I really do appreciate it. So pandas, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. Make sure you scalp that like button. Also, drop a GM and your location in the chat. I'd love to know where you guys are from. I'd love to know where you guys are from. If you give me your location, also drop what is the best cuisine, or not cuisine, but what is the best food dish from where you're from. I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. Pandas, you can see I'm down 204, and you can see all my markers. I took these trades during the pre-market show, and so I just counted as a stream because I'm streaming it, and plus you can see all the markers, so it doesn't really matter. I won this scalp, and my runner got stopped out, and I try to enter another scalp here, looking for a new low after the break of this trend, and that didn't give me what I wanted. Instead, it's reversing here, and hopefully we can get a big mama. Today we do have news. We already had news at 8:30, but we'll have news again. 8:30 was retail sales, and today at 10 o'clock we'll have U of M consumer sentiment, and so the prelim at least, and and that'll be at 10 o'clock today, and hopefully you guys will be prepared for that. Hopefully, maybe we can hit Big Mama. We did hit Big Mama here, and this fails for Big Mama. The Big Mama gets triggered by the news here, and unfortunately, it doesn't actually work. But if it does attempt it again, we get to try it on stream, so maybe that's a good thing. SW Blaze, good morning from Chicago. Pizza, of course. Is it actually pizza? Deep dish. I think I watched Dave Portnoy's video. I think he went to Chicago and tried it, and I think he really liked it. He actually really did like it. Thomas Masters asks, is it 90% off additional months? Nope, it's only the first month, and then after that it's 80% off. Deep dish pizza, Gino's East. I gotta try it out. I gotta try that out. I have never been to Chicago, but if I go, I definitely will check that out. Bill7 says, lost power after getting a trade. Had to use a safety find button from my cell phone. It worked. Only down 370 so far. And a stop loss in, but that doesn't work when power goes out. That's actually everything you just said is 100% true. And fast thinking on your part, getting on your cell phone and just flattening accounts. And it's amazing that it worked. So that's really good that Apex offers that. So I'm glad that that all worked out for you. It could have been a disaster. And it's absolutely true when he says stop losses do not work if your computer turns off. Actually, do they work? Because technically it will be an order, open order. It's like if you had an open order and then your computer shut off. Does Rhythmic capture that open order? Actually, I'm not. I want to say no, it doesn't. I would say that if your computer shuts off, even if you have open orders, I think Rhythmic will close those orders. I would have to double check that actually. I have to double check that because technically you're sending the order to Rhythmic, and if your NinjaTrader turns off, I'm not sure if Rhythmic turns it off as well. Kaluber says, I hotspot off my phone during trades as a backup internet. When my regular Wi-Fi goes down, my computer automatically connects to the hotspot. That is good thinking too. Sean Williams says, depends on if it's an actual order or a limit. Oh, you know what? I need to confirm that. But I think, at the end, to be safe, like I would flatten all accounts. I would do the flatten function on the Apex website. I wouldn't risk it. So good thinking on your part, Bill 7. We got an L4 setup. Alright, something surprising is happening. We are getting another push down here. Swing traders are still in this trade. Notice this, Pandas. That your swing trade will be this stop loss up here, and you're still in this trade. You haven't got stopped out yet. I may take a lower high setup here. Still looking for a new low. Even though this does get stopped out, I may look for a lower high setup for a new low here. Also, second leg down on the 10,000 tick chart. Market's about to open in 1.5 minutes. Salvatore says, literally bought a ton of evals at 80% a few days back. Darn you, Apex. That's the funny thing. It's like, can you really be mad at Apex? I mean, at least they're offering the 90. I understand the frustration there. I would feel the same. I would feel the same. 100%. I mean, it's virtually free. 90% off is virtually free if you want to trade, like the 50Ks or the 25Ks. This is virtually free. Yeah, Tanner had some. It's unfortunate, Tanner. Yeah. Computer falling asleep is no bueno when you're trading. How long is the 90% off? It lasts until the 20th. So next week, Thursday. Almost 1 week from now. We're making a lower high setup. Market just opened. We do have news at 10. We could chop around till then. I mean, looking at the price action right now for the last couple hours, from yesterday till today. Okay, we're coming back up. Swing traders may get stopped out here. No, it's only 90% off the first month, 80% off the rest, the following months. So it's a 90-80. That'd be, I don't think Apex has yet to do a 90 off for the lifetime of the eval. That would be amazing. A 90 off for the lifetime of the eval. Maybe Apex will offer that for this channel. Maybe. I highly doubt it, though. I highly doubt it. All right, we're just watching this go. Still pretty sideways. I don't find any good setups here right now. Maybe Big Mama. I mean, if we get Big Mama, I'm in. I am in the Big Mama. That's for certain. Big Mama trade, if it does happen. Just setting it up. We got news at 10. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Angel asks, what's your thought process on the risk reward? I'm reading on most sites that 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 is recommended. That is a reward to risk, I'm assuming you're thinking. So you're trying to get 2 times your reward for your 1 point of risk. And I don't see that being possible when trading live. Yeah, it's very hard for scalpers to wrap their heads around like a 2-to-1 reward risk ratio. Or you can say a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio. So basically you're trying to gain twice as much as you're willing to risk. And the reason being, the reason why it's difficult for scalpers to wrap their head around that, or even be able to hold a trade for that long, is because for scalping, like it's almost opposite. The risk reward is terrible. And but for swing traders, that risk reward makes a lot of sense. But also because you have to understand there are 3 parts to every trade. 3 things to consider: risk, reward, and then probability. Probability is definitely the hardest one to know the true value of. And so if we could know everything at 100%, as in not 100% like, you know, knowing the trade's going to work, but if we knew 100% the probability to be, like if we knew 100% accuracy the probability of any trade, then we could become easily like profitable traders. Because you just take the correct risk reward, and then, you know, eventually you'll make money. You'll be like the house. So personally, I like to have a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, which is I like to have a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. Yes, 2-to-1 risk reward ratio because I like because I'm a scalper. So if I do lose, like I'm expecting high probabilities, and if I do lose, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to have to win so many in a row just to make my money back. So typically look for a 1-to-2 or 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, and that's kind of why I go for 2 points and willing to risk up to 4 points. And that's kind of why I started to do a 2-point risk, 2-point reward, I mean, for my scalps. We may trigger Big Mama here. That'd be nice to do that on stream. Unfortunately, we do look like we're in a trading range, so if we do get up to Big Mama, I'm not sure how much we're going to really go up. Right now, it does look like a trading range indicator giving us a trading range here. 5-minute chart trying to fill a gap here, as you can see. Trying to fill this gap about 1 point away, a little more than 1 point away. Bear Bull Trader says, Panda is the only one able to show the live show regardless of result. Everyone must scalp the lifeboat. Yes, you have to, or else it's illegal. You go to jail. Of course, you don't have to, but I would really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Camera asks, how do you refresh NinjaTrader? Right-click your chart and then go to reload all historical data. We are so close to Big Mama here, and we're gonna tag it. We're probably gonna enter it at a really overextended area, basically an exhaustion bar in a trading range. Worst combination right here. This could be big pain for the account, possibly big pain. I'd like a small pullback. I would love a two-leggy here. And then boom. If we could get that small, just refuel. Let's move up. That'd be nice. Woo! We are so close. Pandas, are we gonna get a Big Mama during stream? I love Big Mamas during stream. Really helps propel the account. Ooh, it's so close to triggering. Ooh. Alright, we're in, Big Mama. 5-point stop loss. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully always in long. Alright. Almost triggered Big Mama. Oh, almost got filled. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. Big Mama trades. 90% probability right there. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. Give me a runner. Please give me a runner. Come on. Come on. Give me a runner. You can do it. Okay. I'll take what I can get. Just don't stop me up. Don't do. Oh, good pandas. Let's go, baby. Hey, we still got our bamboo. We could keep going up here. I hope you guys took that big mama. I hope you guys took that big mama. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Getting those 2 points off big mama. Why? Why did I take Big Mama? Daily chart, strong bull bar ending on its high, follow through, off our trend line, and we are still in an uptrend. So felt confident to take Big Mama there. Just a scalp on the daily chart. That's why I call him Big Mama. We're up 578. I'm still down on this account, I believe, though. I'm still negative. I need more Big Mamas. I need more. News will trigger in about 20 minutes. We could chop around here until then. Interesting setup on the 10,000 tick chart. It's a potential trap trade here. It looks weird, but this market has been wacky. It's a two-legged pullback. Fail second entry short. Possibly a move up here. Quite possibly on 10,000 tick. The 5-minute strong bull bar ending near its high. No follow through though. And yeah, fills that gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bear bars in a row. I'm not trying to go long off after 6 bear bars in a row. Doesn't mean it can't work out, but it's signaling that it could possibly not work out. 5 bear bars in a row. Actually, this one didn't touches the 20-minute perfectly here. Second entry long, maybe I'll go long second entry long here. I don't like the fact that it's beneath Big Mama now. Right? It makes it feel like it's a failed breakout of Big Mama. So that's why it will make me hesitate a little bit to go long here off a second entry long. But I mean, how would you chart this as well? You got a channel working up here, and yeah.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap on a 10,000 tick chart. Probably the best setup that we can look for right now. Ooh, I don't know, pandas. I don't know how I would really chart this. I would chart it like this for now. It's obviously a breakout, but could just be an overshoot. I don't like that. It could just be an overshoot. I can't go long here. There's some sort of overshoot going on here, and I do not like it. I really don't like it. I do feel like there's some overshoot with this, so it's hard for me to go long here. The problem is I don't know how the overshoot looks like. Like, is this the overshoot? Failed breakout? Or maybe we can just start a new trend here. Regardless, overshoots everywhere. It's hard for me to go long off of this. I guess technically if it's an overshoot, then we had to undershoot here to find the symmetry a little bit. It's quite difficult to mark this. We do have some sort of expansion, right? Wedge happening here. Ends up being a nice move up, but no entry for me. It's not even a second entry long. Trap does trigger on the 10,000 tick chart. This means it could move up a lot here. Traps are very strong on these higher time frames, so it could move up a lot from here. Unfortunately, I don't have a set. I would like to have a setup on the smaller time frame. Unfortunately, didn't give it to me. Just went straight up and actually went higher than the previous high here. And if you wanted more than 2 points and with your 5-point stop loss, you could have gotten it with Big Mama here. Nice trade off the 10,000 tick chart. You already got your scalp. The risk is 1, 2, 3. You're still within your risk here, less than 4 points. Basically 4-point risk. Unfortunately, it just didn't. I don't know what it is. It's a perfect balance of 20 made it look bullish, but it just feels weird. It looks weird. It feels weird. It looks weird. Typically, you don't get breakouts on, when you have a ascending triangle or ascending channel like this. Typically, you don't get breakouts. You get breakdowns, right? It's a bearish pattern. So when you have a breakout like this, it feels very strange. It looks very strange. Very strong move up now. Unfortunately, couldn't have been set up. The only setup was from the 10,000 tick chart, like I mentioned. Trap trade on 10,000 tick was probably your best setup, but it wasn't for me. Too far away from 20 MA. If it was close to 20 MA, I would consider that, but it's a little too far away from it. Plus, we do have news happening in about 15 minutes. I really didn't feel, or I was unsure really, if we're gonna have a big move before news. So just sitting on my pause. Nice push up here. Fortunately, no setup for me. This is very strong bullish move now. Jeez, 2 strong bull bars on the 5-minute chart. People may always be always in long, starting from this candle. They bought the close here, and they're gonna hold it and keep buying the closes. I don't do that, especially on this channel. I do it sometimes for a scalp, but yeah. Regardless, I like a setup on the smaller time frame. Second entry long, something to play off. Not just a first entry long like this, especially when you have 5 bear bars in a row going straight down to the 20 MA. I'm not really thinking let's just go long right away. This is a little hint to tell you that yeah, maybe a little bearish, multiple bear bars in a row. Just weird looking price action right now. It just looks strange. Just seeing this, it just doesn't look natural, let's say. It feels weird, right? We have this expanding pattern. You have this, I don't know, double bottom perhaps. But the shoulders and all the price action in it's been very choppy. And you have this this is probably the oddest thing right here, where you have a ascending channel and it breaks to the upside instead of breaking down to the downside. That's a very strange looking price action. But we are just grinding up, let's say. Honestly, I would consider trading NQ. It's just I don't know, trades by Matt already has like a pretty strong channel with NQ. This is the only channel, well, not the only channel, but from what I know at least, not that many channels trade the emini like this. Roberto F says, what is the equivalent of the 2000 tick in NQ? It's a good question. I would say, there's a couple ways to figure that out. You could maybe compare the volumes and see how much more the volume is on NQ versus the E-mini or the ES. You could also just find a good tick frame based on your scalp size. So typically if you're scalping, I don't know, 2 points on NQ or 5 points on NQ, whatever the scalps are on NQ, then figure out a tick frame where each bar is enough to make a scalp. Free paper cuts asks, what would Al do? Al would trade only the 5-minute chart, which is always in long now, right? They bought the close here, and they're probably going to buy the close here again. And if it goes down, they'll buy the close, thinking it would be at least sideways movement, and they can come out break even if they have to. That's what they're thinking most likely on the 5-minute chart. I'm just looking for a setup on the 2000 tick, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm up 578, so I'm not complaining too much. Banana. Look at this, always in long trading on the 5-minute chart. Just buy the close, buy the close. Even a small gap here because people are so eager to buy the close. When I say buy the close, it means that the moment this candle closes, they just buy market. Creating that small gap on the 5-minute chart. This is just going up, no setups for me, and I'm gonna let it keep going up without me because I don't have a setup. What is good for me at this point is that we are in an uptrend and it seems very clear. So I'll look for long trades, and I would like a nice setup off some sort of support off the 20 MA or trend line. And if I don't get it, I don't get it. You can only take what the market gives you. I'm in no rush here. I'm up $578, and that is with commissions. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I do show my P&L with commissions, so you can see everything pretty raw here. And yeah, it is what it is. Bear Bull Trader asks, Panda, why don't you delete the 5 minutes, just straight focus on 2000 tick 10k? That way you will trade better, look at all type of charts, same as good at everything, master of none. Jack of all trades, master of none. I like the 5-minute chart. It gives you a different perspective, and I think it helps me, especially when I'm confused during the 2000 tick. When 2000 tick gets very choppy, the 5-minute chart does help give you a good idea in terms of what it is. Like, for instance, 2000 tick, if you look at this move and you're like, man, like, what's going on? This is so confusing. If you look at the 5-minute chart, it's just much easier to see that we're just in a strong bull trend, never getting beneath the 20 EMA, right? Never closing. We never closed one time beneath the 20 EMA the entire day. So that's how strong the bull trend was on the 5-minute chart. And it would have been hard to see that, when you look at the price action at the 2000 tick. Look at the price action here, looks terrible. Price action here looks terrible. Price action here looks terrible. Price action here looks terrible. And so when you have really terrible looking price action, a lot of overlapping bars going in and out of the 20 MA, when you look at the 5-minute chart, you say, whoa, like, if you just did basically buy the close always in long, you would have made a killing yesterday. More money than you probably have ever made in your entire life if you just went long all day yesterday. And the 5-minute was able to tell you that, we were just in a strong bull trend. Even though these bars are teeny, still never closing beneath one time, beneath the 20 MA. That's very rare. Very rare. This is a very rare thing to happen. Right, doesn't even close beneath. Gets close here, but doesn't close beneath the 20 MA. So this shows how strong it is. That's very rare though. You typically don't think that's gonna happen. You have like a 98% chance that you'll get at least one close beneath the 20 MA, And that means like literally out of 100 days, maybe one day looks like yesterday. Like out of 100 days, maybe one day looks like yesterday. If you look back and see the last time that you had a day where you did not close beneath the 20 MA, it might be around like 3 months ago. Which is around, well, I guess that's like 60 trading days. You got a second entry long here. I may be interested. If you get a good signal bar, I'll take it. Just seems like we're in an uptrend. Signal bar is not looking good, but the risk is small. Also, you gotta notice the range is small as well. You don't have enough room to the top of this pivot high. I like a nice green signal bar here. Maybe even inside bar, I'll take it. Just seems like a strong uptrend. Off 20 may also offer a trend line. Signal bar is very small. I almost want to take it just purely based on the fact that risk is just so small. I don't mind losing this trade. I think it's good enough. Strong uptrend, off a trend line, also off the 20 MA. And if I lose it, I lose it, and it's completely okay. Just because the risk is it's a bet. The reward is better than the risk, right? It's better than a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. I don't mind losing this. It's not even a 2-point risk, but I'm trying to get 2 points. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, money. Let's go, baby. We are in a runner. Let's see how high this could fly. How high can you fly? How high can you fly? We do feel like we're kind of late in trend at this point, so I'm not sure how much higher this runner can go, but hey, pandas can dream. Pandas can dream. Pandas can dream. If we get a pivot high, if we get a higher pivot low here, and it doesn't stop me out, then we'll turn Super Saiyan on. We do have news in about 2 minutes. I don't think the news is going to do that much to the market, but I could be completely wrong. Of course, you have no idea how high I can fly, Michael Scott. And we're still in this trade, pandas. Let's go, baby. Small, teeny little bar. 2,000 ticks is not even 1 point large range. Amazing. Very rare. I've seen like 1 tick ranges before, though. It's crazy. I've seen 1 tick ranges. I think I've seen it maybe once. 2,000 ticks is like a 1 tick range. Like, I thought my chart was messed up. Let's go, baby.
10,000 tick trap.
Notice 5-minute chart. People are still by the close, right? So they once they saw this bar form, they bought the close here, they buy the close here, they even buy the close here, giving you a 1 tick gap again, right? Because you close the close here is the bottom of this candle body, and the open is 1 tick above it. So you even see buy the close there, price action. Absolutely incredible on the 5 minute, still buy the close. And the reason why they're buy the close is because they feel like they can come out break even if things do go sideways. Legitimate, like literally go sideways. It's all good. Gotta stop that. Still got our bamboo. Take it. News just dropped. Small pullback here. Okay. The news seems like it's going down. Isn't that technically a pivot low? Did it break beneath before it went up? Are you talking about this? I don't think it broke beneath before going up. Let's see. Got some questions here. Uriah asks, Dear Panda, always writing me love letters. Dear Panda, if I purchased 150k valuation for Apex, can we trade it only on emini, S&P, or also NQ? You can trade it, I think, on any futures instrument. Can you trade on gold? I'm not sure, actually. I'm pretty sure you can trade it at least on ES, NQ, and RTY. And DAX, maybe not DAX. What's the one for Dow Jones? I'm pretty sure you can CL. That's right, CL. I think you could trade anything with the futures. Wow, look at this move up. Okay. Huh. I don't know. This is confusing, pandas. At this point, I do feel like we're going a little bit sideways. Unsure what's happening here. The daily chart, I mean, if you look at it, you're just strong bull bar, ending on its high with some follow through. Another thing about this is that it's basically a fail second entry short here. Right? You had a B, C, I guess maybe more of a double trap. I'm really counting it from here. A, B, C, second entry short, but that really fails. And now it's pushing up on the daily chart off of a support line, going straight up to the top of the trading range. Seems like amazing move up, very strong. Like, I really wouldn't be going short on the daily chart. It just looks very strong right now. I do feel like we have a breaker trend now, maybe a new high, approaching a new high. Trading price action is, how often does Apex do sales like this? It seems like it's 80 or 90. I actually don't know why they switched to the 90% off. I heard maybe because of some competition out there. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. How often have they been, at least from the beginning of the year, have been doing 80% off at least once a month? At least once a month. And the 90% off it's rare. But for some reason, we got it this time. And take advantage of it while it lasts. It's going to end on 420. And so, yeah, how high can you fly? Really, how high can you fly? High or low, second entry long. I'm skipping this. It's a high or low setup, but It looks and feels, everything looks and feels bullish right now. I wouldn't be so opposed if you went long here, but I think there's a better setup waiting. Maybe a second entry long. Jonathan says, I looked at the Apex website. The 250 count is 517 a month. So with the code, it will be 90% off. Yes. And 80% off after that. Yes. So typically, you want to finish your evals quicker than 1 month. But if you do have to, if it does take you longer than 1 month, nothing wrong with that. But if it does take you longer than that, then the following months will be only 80% off. And I say only because it's less than 90, but it's still a lot, right? It's still a very good deal. It's probably their best deal. It's their best deal that they have running. And this is why I didn't go long here. Second entry long, maybe. Now we're beneath the 20 MA. Things are getting a little dicey, a little chippity choppity, slippity sloppity. It's getting a little tricky here, and we won't mess with this. We'll let this go on. It's a little bit too sideways for me to really get a good sense of what's happening. Okay, it's kind of strong push down out of nowhere. Okay, strong push down. Maybe back to the 20 EMA. Two-legged pullback on a 10,000 tick chart. I mean, look at that. A, B, C. Interesting. H4 setup on the 2000 tick chart. I would like to have bounced off of this somehow, but it really hasn't. This isn't. It's not acting as any type of support. Hard to tell, to be honest. I'm up 958, so I'm relaxing here. I feel okay. I'm not in any rush. I'm not going to force any trades here. I feel okay. Completely fine. Even though I do want to end positive on my account, I want to be back to a profitable trader. I need to get back to profitable status. The problem with the 10,000 tick chart is that the range of these candles are typically very large, and right now it looks very bearish, the candle. Look how large this risk is if you're going to take it. Again, you can take this, but you have to, I think, trade less contracts. Now we're beneath the 20 MA here, pushing pretty strong down. If anything, this might be a trap trade to the short side on the 10,000 tick. Now we're beneath the 20 MA. I'm not looking for a second entry long on the 10,000 tick. I'm looking for the opposite at this point. Also, L4 setup on the 10,000 tick chart. You can see 10,000 tick that you have 4 pushes up, and with 4 pushes up, you are in an L4 setup, which could be reversed, could reverse the market, which is what we're seeing here. Very strong move down. Really hard to capture any of those movement though. No real good setup to have predicted this, in my opinion. Eventually, you end up getting a double top here and a trap trade, but notice the trap trade triggers above the 20 MA. It's not where you want the trap if you're going to enter it. I mean, you could take this and risk it, but that's just risky. What can I say? Strong bear bar. The always in long traders are all out now, for certain, after this strong bear bar. Look at the 5-minute chart. Strong bear bar forming here. The always in long traders, they probably got out. Once they saw maybe something like this, when reversed, they probably came out break even. Whoa! 5-minute chart. That is a big bear candle. I'm thinking, wow. If we have one candle follow through of this is wow. Okay, huge. This is what I meant by the price action looked very strange to me. You know, it looked very strange. We had a wedge here. It's not really a wedge here, but it just looked weird. It just looked weird breaking out like this. Kind of way back down here. Notice a candle that created with the news was this candle. And the overall market ended up moving eventually with the initial move of this news. Am I looking for a second entry short? Yes. I'm looking for a second entry short. If I can get one. Problem with this, it might be an overshoot. Sorry, an undershoot, but I don't know. I would like a second entry short here. I feel like it needs another leg down. Incredible daily chart. How's it look like? Okay. Second entry short. Okay. How many of you guys would take the second entry short here? How many of you guys would take the second entry short? I'm gonna put a pull up. Barely have any time to do it though. The signal bar is pretty good. I just don't like the fact it didn't touch the 20 MA. I don't like the overlap here. But yeah, that's a pretty strong downtrend. What can I say? You're thinking some follow through here. I'm gonna sit on my pause on this one just because we didn't touch the 20 MA yet. It seems like a almost tricky. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I just didn't like the 3 overlapping bars here. So tight together. And we didn't touch the 20 MA. And we basically created not enough room to the bottom of this pivot low to make a scalp. High chance the scalp will work out, but I'm gonna set my pause here. I'm gonna let this play out without me. I'm already up 958. I'm not too much of a rush here, too much pressure to really jump in the next second entry. Now you're feeling nervous, especially if it triggers a trap. You never want the trade to reverse. Now we got 3 dojis in a row, and the trap triggers. Woo! I will enter short if the trap fails here. I will enter short if the trap fails. Now you lost that trade. If you went short here, you just lost it, unfortunately. Wow. Those who did that second entry short, thoughts and prayers to you. I didn't like the 3 overlapping bars. I didn't like how far away, not that it was very far, but it didn't touch the 20 MA. I didn't like that. Jeez. The market is vicious. That is tricky. Panda, sorry for those who lost on that trade because market's just being rude at this point. Wow. Super strong move down. You got a 2-legged pullback closer to 20 MA. I didn't like this overlap here. Notice that there's not enough room to the bottom of this pivot. So once it triggers, ooh, now that looks better. It actually looks better to go short in. I'll probably wait for the L4 setup, but that looks good to go short in. Ooh, I'll wait for an L4 setup if we get it. L4 setup. I'll take the L4. Potentially triggering the trap on the 10,000 tick as well. Trap trade waiting down here. I'll take this L4 thinking that will trigger the 10,000 tick. Trap. I want to time this well. L4 setup looks good. I really like this setup. Really like it. I'm actually gonna use this as my pivot high. It may trigger the trap on the 10,000 tick chart, as you can see. I think it's a good trade. L4 setup off of 20 MA, strong downtrend. Lower high setup as well. I don't mind losing this trade. You can say it's a little too choppy maybe to enter any setup here, which is fair. Fair to say. Man, the L5 might trigger. Don't like that. Oof, okay. And just like that, it might turn red. Man, that's tricky. This market's tricky right now. I don't like that. I don't like how this market's behaving. And because of that, actually, I'm going to come out break even here. I don't like the fact that it reversed on me. I may even chase this to make sure we don't go too far away. I want to limit this. I think we're okay. Almost want to limit that loss. Actually, if we go down though. Jeez, alright. Alright. I'll take it. I should have came out break even. Should definitely came out break even. I'm coming out break even if it gives me one more chance here. If not, I'm gonna come out on this trap. I'm gonna skunk this trade. It's a hard skunk because I'm gonna skunk it red. But I'd rather skunk it here than most likely get stopped out. Let me come out break even, please. Maybe one tick. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm okay. I don't like the fact that I trapped again here, and I should have stuck to my rules. I should have came out break even. The moment that reversed, I should just came out break even. I should have done that. And if this does work out, it's fine. It's just way too choppy at this point. It's too hard to tell what's gonna happen. But it basically, I should have came out break even at the reversal here, and it might work out here. We're still underneath the 20 MA. You can see that we still have some bearishness here, but that is just too tricky. The trap does trigger on 10,000 tick chart, which is even more frustrating because you think that should work out pretty well. Darn, lower high setup. I gotta let this go. That's really tricky. I notice I did skunk it even with a loss. It's less than a 2-point loss, but I'm okay with that because of how tricky this got. And if this works out, it is what it is. I'm fine with that. It's just, it was way too tricky for me. Way too much sideways, way too many dojis, way too much overlap. And it might eventually work out, and it is what it is, but yeah. With this trap triggering, there's such a high chance of just getting stopped out. I figured that I'll just take my chances and just miss this trade, but it's all good. Big move down. That was a trap. That's what I was waiting for this entire time, but man, it's got way too tricky. 10,000 tick chart was a trap trade. That's what I wanted. Unfortunately, this shook me out. This shook me out. There's just way too much sideways movement. It was basically 50-50 at this point, and I didn't like that. But eventually, it does push down pretty hard, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm okay with losing that. It's just very frustrating when the market does this, and if it shakes you out, shakes you out. I'm completely okay with skunking that and missing this move because of I'm thinking longevity here. I'm thinking in the future, if that does ever happen again, I will do the same thing. I will come out of my trade, and if it does again go without me, it is what it is. But at a certain point, you have to say this is too confusing, and you're basically relying on luck at a certain point in time, and I didn't like that feeling. So, but strong move down, and it does go down again. So, but I did hold a proper stop loss, like entering this L4 setup. My stop loss was up here. If I had it here, I would have got stopped up here. I essentially got stopped out around this area anyways, but that's because it has so many moves, so many attempts to go up. I just felt like, all right, I'm just out. Oh, tricky. I don't like messing with tricky markets. I may be done for today. It's just too tricky. And I don't like when the market's, this rude. So rude. I like it when the market gets clean price action. I don't like it when it gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bars sideways movement before it makes the move I thought it was going to go. At a certain point in time, you just let it go. And in a sense, this could have gone any way. You do have some things telling you, though, that this was still bearish, right? Still underneath the 20 MA. And the higher time frame, 10,000 tick chart trap does trigger, increases the chances that this is going to push down hard. So this trap, you see this trap on the 10,000 tick, how strong it was? Again, the trap on the other side, look how strong it is. So that's why on the 10,000 tick chart, I pay close attention to traps. And I like them a lot because they're often very good moves. But, I was looking at the 2,000 tick and I just did not like what I was seeing. So, moving on. Very frustrating, but moving on.
10,000 tick trap. $10,000 tick trap.
Decent strong downtrend right now. How frustrating is that? Man. Goodness. Pretty strong downtrend, to be honest. Am I looking for another second entry short is a question. Big Mama on the downside. We're really far away from it. We're quite a ways from Big Mama. I don't think I would take it either. It's very tricky. Two times risk reward on the 10,000 tick. was hit. Second entry short here. It's not a second short I typically take though. It's too far away from 20 MA. You can have a trend line and maybe try to play off this trend line, but even then, it's not really there on the trend line. Outside bar reversal, no thank you. Skip it. I'll take outside bar reversal if I just feel like it's a very strong trade. But here I don't feel it's that strong. Inside bar. OI pattern. Am I looking for a second entry short? Not really. I mean, it's a pretty strong downtrend. The only problem is we have break a trend to new low, and this could trap. This could trap. Do I want this trap trade? Maybe. Maybe.
$10,000 tick trap.
Second entry short does trigger here. I don't know. How would they know? How do you know? Now we're off the 20 MA actually. Yikes. I don't like how this market has been so tricky. Even this is having a hard time scalping out. Or is it? Okay, still hasn't scalped out, but looks good for a scalp at least. A little too late for me to enter now. Again, the reason why I didn't enter is because we had to break a trend to new low. So it could reverse here after a H4 setup. You actually scalped. Perfect. Not even a scalp, actually. You missed it by 1 tick.
10,000 tick trap.
Jeez. Hey, Pandas, at least we got that big mama today. You saw the power of the big mama. Wow. Thoughts and prayers to those who went short here. It's a lower high setup. Just trading range now. This is too hard. The moment it did this, to me, I just felt like the market is going to try to play games with us. You don't want to mess with tricks. In trading and also in real life. Pandas, take advantage of BBM 90. 90% off Apex evals. If you're busting your accounts left and right, at least if you want to get new ones, you could really get them for just a dime a dozen at this point. They're virtually free. Take advantage of while it lasts. It will end on 4/20, which is next Thursday. So a little less than a week to take advantage of it. With that being said, let's see if there's news next week. If you guys know, I like to pass evals on news. I don't trade news with PA accounts, that's for certain. But when it comes to evals, anything's free game for me. As long as you pass it, that's what's the most important for me. For evals, at least. And, next week, we don't have that much big news. The biggest one is probably unemployment claims. But even then, who knows how much that will affect the market. And that's on Thursday. So what you can do is start now. Get a couple PAs. And if you want to trade on news, that probably is the biggest news event of next week. And
10,000 tick trap.
You know, you just trade micros, get some day trade or some trades in there to count for your days. And by the time you hit the news and actually pass your accounts, your PA will be ready like the next day. Noah Zim says, Panda, I passed my 50K eval yesterday. Honestly, did not know there was a fee there as well for PA accounts. Do you know if there is a discount for PA accounts as well? The fee is only $85 a month, or you can choose a one-time lifetime payment. There is no discount for the PAs. It is what it is. Once you get your PAs, I mean, you got to think about an Apex side. They're virtually saying we will pay you out if you make money here. So we do get another push down here. Means the downtrend is still intact. Unfortunately, I cannot make a trend line or channel that can capture this, just because it's moving in such a strange way. At this point, it's starting to turn to trading range. It's very difficult. Mm, I don't know. I don't know how to chart this. Very difficult. It's confusing, to be honest. Trading range indicator giving us a trading range here. By the way, pandas, be on the lookout for an update to the trading range indicator. I've been kind of slacking in updating it, but number one request for the trading range indicator is to make these lines thicker. And so I have updated it, and I will publish it hopefully this weekend for you guys. Lozum says, so goal is now to make at least $85 a month. I mean, you can make $85 in one day. So that fee doesn't really bother me because of the potential you can gain. But yeah, I would say if it's your first PA account, most likely you will blow it, and it's kind of hard to hear. But I would agree with who said it? Harjit. If it's your first one, you most likely would blow it, especially at the 50K mark, because your trading threshold is so little. I would say, yeah, I would agree with Harjit. Don't do the lifetime. Just pay 85. Most likely blow it, and then maybe after, if you have a couple accounts that you're able to keep alive for several months, then I'll say, okay, then maybe go for it. Go for the lifetime. Coupon lasts until next week, Thursday, 4/20. We're going sideways here, but still having a tough time getting above the 20 MA. We do have a moving average gap. First one in a while. Moving average gap here. Why do I mention that? Because this could mean that the bulls are trying to get control again. You cannot charge the lifetime anytime. You have to choose from the beginning. Iron Cruz said his first PA account lasted maybe 30 minutes. There's something weird when you turn to PA accounts, like you lose all ability to trade. Like the moment you try to trade your PA account, you lose all ability, all the things you learned for several years out the window, and then you just somehow bust your accounts. It just happens to everybody. It's crazy. How much is lifetime fee? It's different for every account. You can look at the Apex website. I think they make it pretty. I think they probably have it laid out pretty clearly. I'll take a look. Jeez, let me see. We got a second entry short coming, but way too sideways for me to take. So the lifetime fee for the 50K account is 140. I don't know where he got something from. The 50K account lifetime fee is 140. Oh, maybe he's on Tradeovate? No, but even then. Yeah, the lifetime fees are, I think they're pretty fair. I mean, 140, basically, if you have it for 2 months, you've already made the money up on the 50K accounts if you can survive 2 months. Spike in channel. All right. That kind of makes sense. I'll take the spike in channel. Now it's a double bottom. Just be a spike in channel. That's how it would look like. I could draw it like this. I could. Yeah, spike in channel is the way to draw this. Is Tradeovate better than Rhythmic? No. Why? Indicators. With that being said, if you guys want the two-legged pullback indicator, you can go to the website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. That's all these numbers here, the color, all the colors telling you where the second entries are, and sometimes you hear the alerts telling you that there's a second entry approaching or a trap approaching. Also, trading range indicator. You can find that at the same website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Trap trade here, maybe. I'm going to skip it just because I'm very confused. I mean, we could be in a trading range. So even this does trigger, come back into the trading range here. It's a good looking trap trade, right? If the context was better, this would be a pretty nice looking trap trade. That's kind of how you want it to look like. Fail second entry short. A, B, C above the 20 MA, triggering bouncing off of support. That's what you want to see if you want to trade a trap. The context here is confusing though, so I'm not taking it. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Up $4.99 today. Not bad, not bad. Could have been up more, but this nonsense here. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. In an Apex interview, the owner said they were working on integrating with TradingView. Any inside info on that, Panda? I don't know. I don't know. Big move down. Do I watch any other markets? No, just emini. There's too many markets to pay attention to. And they're a little too similar for me. If I were to look at multiple charts, I would maybe trade forex. Have a lot of currencies up, and then see where there's any good setups. Lee is saying this price action is pretty cool. I don't know what universe you're from, but I am not enjoying this right now. Basically trading range right now. It's confusing. It's both a trading range and a downtrend, which just makes me stall. Makes it so I can't do much. You're a genius. If it doesn't go down, it'll go up. You figured it out. Nothing more to teach you. Pandas, BBM90. Take advantage of it while you can. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me do a review of the trades. Big Mama, of course. Goodness gracious, what a beautiful Big Mama here. And it's that super high probability trade here. And you got second entry long, runner gets killed, and no entries here. And I enter short here and end up skunking it with a small loss. And super frustrating because you got that L4 setup. If I take the second entry short, notice I would have lost that trade straight up. But because I waited for the L4 setup, I took a smaller stop loss. But I would have actually been okay if I kept my original stop loss, which was up here, and just held it. But you know, the more annoying part about that is I would have been in a runner too. Goodness gracious, so frustrating. But it is what it is. When you have this many overlapping bars, I'm out. Right? I'm not meddling with that. I'm okay with missing this move because makes it way too risky at this point. It's a coin flip. So, Pandas, I hope you guys trade safe for the rest of the day. Stick to the plan, and up a little bit today, and I'm okay with that. And just trade safe. You know, don't do anything. Don't force anything. You gotta have that feel, you know, that feel of saying, whoa, like this trade, I gotta take it. I just have to take it. And if you have like that slight, you know, hesitation, be like, I'm not sure, there's something's going against me here, then let it go. Let it go. Work on the patience, work on that, just work on that psychological aspect of it, and wait for your setup. So Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday, and at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time for the mainstream, and 9 o'clock for the pre-market show. I hope to see everyone there, and have an amazing weekend, everybody, and restore that mental capital. I'll see you guys fresh. Next week is a new week, Pandas. If you're red this week, hey, next week is a new week. We get to start over and forget about the woes of this week. So I'll see you guys then, and hopefully, yeah, we'll get our bamboo next week. So all that being said, as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.